afternoon and welcome to the RPP Netball Show, proudly brought to you by Bendigo Bank. Every week, if you need a loan for your netball kit, go down and see them. Nah, you'd probably be right. You can play down to Mornington, they'll look after you and pay for your kit. How lucky am I? I've not only just got a couple of, how do I say it politely, that you guys have stalwarts, is that what I'd say? I've been kind to...
Old?
No, I'm being polite. You can say it.
Old, 100 years I've been around. Yes.
So you're just a young pup then.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Being at the Bulldogs. No, but I'm very lucky that I have to my right Wendy Windaga from Mornington Bulldogs. What did you roll down there this year? C grade. B grade coach. Dominated usually.
Just dominated.
Yeah, the coaching ranks. And if you don't know this face, then you've never played netball in the Mornington Peninsula. Maxine Warcope, head coach at Mornington this year, but just all-round head coach on the Mornington Peninsula probably first.
No, I've been that, I can tell you at times, yes.
Former head coach at Waves at one stage.
Yes, and I was on the very small committee that started Waves.
Yeah.
You know, at the start. There was only about 5 of us that, went ahead and started the Waves.
Still going pretty well.
It is, yeah.
Have they got a big picture of you up there somewhere?
No, but I've got a life membership.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
That's what you need.
And I started the only coaching college on the peninsula too. I got funding from Netball Victoria.
Oh, really?
About 1990.
Yeah.
And we had...
when you were only about 15?
Yep.
Yeah.
An umpiring branch and coaches branch, and the money was paid the first 2 years by Netball Victoria to me to run it. Now Netball Victoria doing the same thing and calling it coaching academies.
There you go. You started it.
Yes.
And a little fun fact for you that nobody cares about, but I've probably known these two ladies since I was maybe... The baby, 3,
2,
little. And I only started playing netball when I was 15. We'll blame that on my mum, Gina, for not being very sporty and not...
we'll blame that on Gina.
Yeah, and not these influencers of her saying, why don't you get your daughter to play netball? But yeah, so yeah, very lucky to have you a part of the netball. You guys, between the two of you, I think you could host this show with your eyes closed and I wouldn't have to be here.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
Yeah. Got to have the gift of the gab.
Talia.
That's one thing I have. Actually, that's probably from rolling with Gina.
Yeah,
I was going to say that's from your mother. Come on.
You're more like him too.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Dad jokes central. Don't you worry about that. I've got plenty of them. But Mornington, first year down there this year for yourself, or both of you coming from Edie for Wendy. What a great year so far.
It has been.
Yeah.
We've had a slump for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And, oh boy, I got out of my hospital bed to go and watch the girls on Sunday, and Wendy come pick me up, and it was worth it every bit. We were 7 down at half time and then won by 10, so a 17-goal turnover. And boy, they were fantastic. Weren't they, Wendy?
Oh, amazing.
Wendy helped out too with everything. And she's going to help out tonight at training.
That's right, yeah.
Yes.
That's good. And obviously, it's quite a good few teams in this Div 1A grade this year that have been pushing. It's probably been that top 5 haven't really moved at all from the whole season since round 1, really. But as I said, a good win last week against Romano. I tell you, I think I said to you earlier in the year, when I watched any of the A grade games and I watched Mornington play, I said they look like the most polished team that I've seen.
Oh, really?
But that was the one day I think one of your defenders did her knee.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah, that was...
And that sort of stopped her for a few weeks, and then we sort of were getting in fill-ins and, And then we were lucky enough to pick up Shannon. Like, Shannon's played... Shannon and Holly Hood have both played with 4 of the girls, I think, from under 11s all the way through with squads.
I love that.
So, yeah. So, like, a lot of people have been saying that Mornington's picked up well. Well, we've only picked up one new person, really.
Yeah.
And that's Jane, who played for Edias in their B team. she's moved down this way, and we picked her up, and she's been wonderful because she's a steady influence.
And how good's that? Like, obviously, even like Julia's come,
Julia's
come from Wendy's daughter from like EDS, where they're such a good team. They always are going to be, especially this time of the year. But then there's some girls that might have, because they've got so many great players that don't get the opportunity there because they are so good, that they're now going to come to other teams and show what they've got, which is very good. And Hollywood is in the country, am I right?
She will be in Friday.
Friday, which I forgot to tell these
She's
two
in the air.
lovely ladies that we're apparently live Saturday morning, so we film Thursday night, but everyone knows it's not really live.
Oh,
we make a joke about it, but
she'll be in the country.
She's in the country. She flew in last night.
So we'll be so happy to see her.
Oh, that's
so
good.
funny.
Hopefully she's not too jet lagged.
Oh, well, she's got Saturday to sleep and Sunday to play.
Yeah. She'll be fine.
Yeah,
She's
she
fit.
She is super fit, so yes.
Oh, that's exciting. I think I do think that EDS were hoping that she might have got delayed or something.
Yeah.
Well, we might look at some results from last week quickly in that Div 1, which we said already had a great win against Dramana. So 30 goals to Dramana, 40 to Mornington. I think, and we kind of mentioned it last week on air, I think Dramana, you're going to have a few changes next year, and I reckon a couple of their, I know that another one that was overseas from their VNL, Carly.
Yes, Carly is
was overseas as well, so she was a big one that was missing last week, Carly Foster. So, I think they were going to find it hard, and I think a lot of them are probably, it's been a long year and they were probably ready to be done. But great win, and then the qualifying finals we see Sorrento. How good's this? One goal,
a draw, and then they had to play.
They had overtime.
Yes. So Shelley said, because she was limping on a Sunday, and I said, "What's the matter, Shell?" She said, "Well, Brunei, the Queen of Brunei, has just been out here. Sarah Walls organised them, and so Shell played against them, and then played the next day against. So she was limping on Sunday.
Gosh. So, well, you'll be happy they went into overtime, so they might be a bit sore and tired still for tomorrow.
They should be fit enough by next week.
I think, they should be right.
But we don't play them, we play Edia, so.
Yeah, because they also Sorrento, that's right. So Sorrento, they got Rosebud this afternoon, and then you're playing tomorrow. I was looking at the wrong thing. Good work, me. Lucky you guys are onto the netball. I need my glasses. That's why EDS, then they might be a bit tired from playing.
We hope so. I doubt it.
Well, we can only hope. But look, as we always say, they're great this time of the year. They're girls are seasoned players for August, September. So it'll be a good game, but as I said, you've got an extra
Well, the last
time
we played them, in April, we lost 38-44. We were down by 6. And in June, we drew 39-39, but we put up 9 more shots than them.
Did you? You've got my working outs there.
Oh,
Look at you, you've done some stats yourself.
Stat queen.
I didn't have to stay back at work on Thursday writing all this down. Max has got it. But yeah, that was it. Yeah, they beat you, and then that draw in round 10. So that was...
and we put up 9 more shots, so we outplayed them, but yes, so that was good. But it was a great game, both times it's a great game. They're a nice bunch of girls, it's same with Sorrento and Rosebud, there's good quality, and the 3 teams, they've got some really good players in there, and they're great to play against too, there's no nastiness, it's just
everyone's happy, it's just talent as well, and that's it, everyone knows what they're doing. But I mean, obviously I'm going to be on the Mornington side for this game tomorrow. That's my tip. But we will go to that other game that said Rosebud versus Sorrento. Last time they played each other, this is another close one. First game in round 3, Rosebud winning by 1 goal, 34-33, and then round 12 also winning a bit more, 55-37 Rosebud. So they've got them twice there during the year. I mean, Rosebud's that team that it'll be their 10-year anniversary since the start of the league, and they won their first ever premiership as well. So it's like that omen is something going to happen with them. But
look, I like the idea of Rosebud or Sorrento getting up there because EDS have won it for a few years. It'd be nice to see someone different. But I think that Sorrento might just roll them.
You reckon? Yeah.
I think, yes.
Well, they still got a double chance there too, so it'll be interesting. But well, it's all about Mornington anyway today, so we'll see what happens there. But I'm gonna go against it. I'm gonna say I think Rosebud for today. What do you think?
I think probably Edie, but maybe that's Northern Legions.
No,
Oh, you meant for the grand? I thought you meant for the grand final.
No, I meant for today's game, Rosebud versus Sorrento.
Okay, I'm going for Sorrento.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm on my own.
Definitely.
All right, well, let's go to. Well, we won't go too much to B grade, C grade, D or anything. We've got no Mornington teams. We're still
We
went
got
through.
Mornington in the 17s.
17.
Yeah, 17.
Yes. How are they going? Who's coaching them down there?
They've had a mixed. One of the mothers is coaching them, but she's. We've had different people coming in and helping, and there's another coach coming in tonight that's going to help Cassie, and she's just a mum who's wonderful that comes in and puts her time in, and they've trained a few times with us, and they've.
And they've got a couple of great little players.
Yes, and you want to look after and make sure they hang around.
Well, one of them I pinned at the start of the year before she even started and said I wanted to play A.
Yeah.
Then she got injured and then she went away, so she's been playing for Wendy. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wendy. So she's really
She's been great.
a really, really good player, and her best friend's just a nice little player too.
Yeah.
So
She plays
Charlotte and I can never say her name properly. Ailey.
But there's a good little goaler too.
Yes, she's not bad, that
Yeah,
girl.
they always tall these young girls these days as well. That's it. You've got to keep them together and build that culture for them to want to stay around. Fun fact for you guys though, for Div 1 in the B, C and D, we've got 3 of the qualifying finals. 3 of the semi-finals are all EDS versus YC across B, C and D. So they'll be very familiar with the team colours come that semi-final down at that's all this afternoon down at Rosebud. So there'll be lots of people getting around each other, watching and cheering for each team. So that's good. And then
3 of the YC.
Yeah, so EDS and YC are playing across the board in the So
that'll be interesting.
Yeah, they've done well. They've finished in good positions. Those 2 teams.
Well, our C grade went out just lost, was it?
Rosebud by a goal last week, Yeah,
it was such a good game.
Could have gone either way.
It could have, they've really improved under Deb Thorne's coaching.
Yeah.
She's done a wonderful job, and Wendy's team was pretty lucky to miss out. I think that if she hadn't lost her key goaler for, 2 weeks, was it, or 3?
It makes a difference.
And one of her key defenders overseas for 4 or 5 weeks, and then
so
Charlotte was away.
Girls, get your diaries better with the season. No mid-season trips, or maybe with the bye round.
Luck of the draw.
Yeah,
luck of the draw.
True.
So
But
you win some, you lose.
It gets for next year. Those girls be like, all right, well, we're actually not far off it, so we want to come back.
It's nice to be just that they stay together and they start to build on what they've started.
I don't want to just because you guys are next to me, but having you 2 around as well will just you're going to build something good at Mornington. It's a good club anyway, but I think that netball is something that they needed as well. Is just to have some people that know what they're doing. So
I've had 3 coaches ring me and are interested in coaching with us next year.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Maxine and I are out.
No,
I'm not letting you off
so
the hook.
many. Wendy's always says no to everything. But there's a couple of rubber arms that we keep twisting. But Destination Club Mornington, there you have it.
No, she says if I do the training, she'll stay. So I always get the serviette out when we're out for coffee and make her sign it, and that way she can't back out.
Maybe this is a good segue to talk about your training, your book that your training drill, which I do have a copy of, which I need to give back to you actually before I steal anything out of it. I have to pay for it.
I don't mind. You can pay for it and you can have it.
But you want to have a quick plug of that?
Well, I've written a book on, which is really good for a lot of basic coaches. A lot of clubs have been buying, like 10 books for their coaches, and actually one of the VNL clubs that are doing extremely well, she said she's given a couple to her coaches that's coaching VNL, and I said, oh really? Well, the next one that I've written, but I haven't collated, is more for VNL level.
Oh, there you go. I'll give that one straight to me because that's my level. I wish. Well, we might go, well, speaking of VNL, because we've got a couple of girls that have played in this Div 2. We had said you're one of our, probably somebody that you helped through the ranks maybe a little bit. We had Adrienne Harris in a couple of weeks ago.
Yes,
so
yeah.
she said she did a coaching course, wasn't it yours a couple of weeks ago, was it?
No, she did it with Jess, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
It's great because she's going to be assistant coaching VNL 19.
They all got announced last week. So well done to all those girls and those announcements. All right, well, we'll look at some of their results because Crib Point, speaking of her, are straight into the grand final, so that's exciting. We said when we had her on the other week, we gave her a bit of courage. We had Laura Harrington on a few weeks before that from Crib Point, and we said as soon as she did her knee, we were like, oh, no, they're going to struggle this year, and their motto has been, no Adrian, no worries. So look at that, straight into the grand final, so well done, girls.
They got Tessa Moncrief, and Tessa's... She's gone all the way through, her and her sister, Liam, both gone all the way through Mornington and to squad. Yeah. So another couple of Laura too. It's been
see, that's like what you will build at Mornington, what Crib Point have built over the years is they're good players, they're all great mates and have just stayed and played together for so long. That's what it's about, isn't it?
With their mates.
No money, just get them in there and get them to play and enjoy their netball. Well, we'll look at those results. And big win over Langwarrin too from Crib Point last week. So 47-36 in a finals game is pretty good.
That's excellent.
Yeah. And then Dan, did you go down to Mornington last, or you would have been... Did you go down and watch any of that? You were right, no, but on the Sunday it was down at your home court.
I was in hospital.
I was keen to go watch this one, Seaford versus Hastings last week. Seaford winning by 10 goals, 49-39. Wow. They've had some good hit-outs during the year, and so you know, Hastings and Trish and the girls did well to win the first final, but now unfortunately are out. Which brings us...
Did she have the twins in?
Yeah, they did play.
Right.
Which is... But I had a feeling they had a game on Saturday football, so... they're fit enough. They would have want to do both.
Right,
so that wouldn't have bothered them. But that brings us to the prelim, which we played this afternoon at Somerville, Langwarrin versus Seaford. So this is it, the do or die now for those two teams. Last time they played each other, being relatively close. Round 2, Langwarrin losing to Seaford 42-44. Wow. Round 15, Langy losing again to Seaford 41-47.
Oh, so who's Seaford? What calibre players have they got?
They're similar. I don't think.
They used to have, Shannon used to play. I don't know.
Yeah. Taylor Roberts is there. Of course, is there probably big. Well, I think she's coaching as well, but she's their big go-to. But I think they're more just similar. Just got a couple of good girls that have played for a few years.
Is Megan's
together.
not coaching? Is she there?
I'm not sure. Maybe we'll have to do some research.
Oh, because I know she was, but her and Taylor are pretty good friends. So
well, I think I know they've got a pretty good down there with a couple of the girls that they're a good team. So I think I know they had a couple of VNL players down there. Might have been last year, but they've gone all right. This is their first season in this only Div 2, so they've they've gone all right. We might see. I think they might beat Langwarrin this afternoon, and I think it would be nice to see a Crib Point and Seaford grand final to have the two divisions that have just first time.
No, that sounds good.
Nice.
Yeah, and Taylor does a great job. She does a really good job.
I think they love her down there, so I reckon they'll keep her. Because the Div 2 is a week ahead of us with the finals, so we're up to the prelims this weekend. So it's obviously Crib Point straight into the grand final in A grade, and then how's this in B, C, and D? Kringle, all grand finalists already, just straight into it. Haven't lost a game all season in B, C, or D.
They won it last year, didn't they?
Strong club.
They won the A grade, but they
I thought I watched that.
Kicked out in the first round of finals this year by Hastings.
But their B grade's really strong.
Well,
they've got some great players.
Well, this is the interesting one. It's going to be so. Kringle and Somerville. There was a couple of Somerville girls because they've won in the Div 1. They've B grade. They've won the last 5 premierships in a row in Somerville B grade. Yeah. But Kringle lost to them by I think 2 goals last year, and I think it's this year or last year, 2 of the Somerville girls that have been big players in the premierships with Somerville have gone to Kringle. So they're all still good mates and close as anything.
Right.
But Kringle are very, very keen to get their first ever B grade win against them. So there's a bit of feeling behind it, but knowing them all, they'd all probably celebrate together afterwards anyway. They're all
That's
good
good.
mates.
That's all that matters.
But yeah, so now Somerville have got Langwarrin in the prelim today, and if they get through that, then they get to do that big dance with the Somerville, which we thought was going to happen all year.
Good.
But I think C grade and D grade, don't listen, block your ears to those other girls that are playing that aren't playing for Kringle. I think Kringle have just gone along very nicely. So I think whoever makes it
Who's
will be
coaching the B?
B. I know Anna Mace was coaching. I think she was coaching maybe A and B.
Oh, right.
And then I think somebody else was coaching the C and D, but I know she was definitely coaching A, and I think she was going between the two.
Oh, right. So she's assistant coach, I think, for VNL Waves, Div 1.
Yes, yeah. So that she's done well. She's just that all this time off with the knee injury.
Yeah, well, that's it. The
you've
same
got to
with
do something.
You know, as soon as you get a knee injury, Adrian, you might as well use them in some other capacity.
exactly.
Use your brain.
Yes.
Maybe I need to do a knee and then I'll become a better netball head. Touch wood, I don't really want to do that. That would be horrible.
No, don't even talk about it. Don't even say
football
it.
finals this weekend. I don't need to do that. And then in under 17s, Seaford are straight through to the grand final there, and they haven't lost a game either. So it's very one side. They're a good little team down there in their under 17s.
And who's straight through to the grand final in Div 1?
Div 1, no one yet because they're a week. We're a week.
Right.
Yeah. So whoever obviously wins out of
17s are starting this week.
Oh yes, they're a week. But so in the A grade, if whoever wins out of Edie and out of Rosebud and Sorrento will go straight to the grand final.
Yeah.
So it'll be exciting. Right. But then you'll win as well, and then you'll play them in the grand final. So it all works out.
That's what I figured.
Well, we might go to some questions. I tried to have a stalk of your Facebook beforehand.
Did you?
I didn't stalk yours. I don't need to.
It's not that exciting.
It's not that exciting. But are you into your art a little bit?
Yes.
Yes. Were you a teacher once?
Yeah. About 20 odd years I've been teaching art.
Right. What's the big art award that you win? Is it the Nobel Prize or is that? No,
I didn't bother going in the Archibald.
Archibald, that's it. Okay. Right, now I've got a fast 5 then. I've got to cross one answer out.
What's the fast 5?
Well, I'll ask you 5 questions.
Oh, right. Okay, go for it. Yep, go.
I don't even know if I've got the 5-minute wind up yet, but I reckon we've gone
close.
I reckon we've gone close.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I won't get tips off you for those ones. It's not important. All right. Well, you would have played in your time as well back in the day. All right. Attack or defence?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Started off defence, goal defence. I remember playing with Wendy's mum and we were short of goal. I played goal attack. As I got shorter and older, I went to centre and there ended up wing defence.
Yeah. So what's your favourite?
Ended up being wing defence.
So defence.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
Yes. I really like it. Especially Simone McGuinness made it pretty famous, didn't she? Yeah.
It's a good,
It's a hard position.
It's underrated.
When Shelley O'Donnell
tough
and
position.
Simone McGuinness and Rosalie Jenke were all in the state team, my girlfriend was the coach, I was the assistant coach.
Yeah.
So it was really good to get to be around them and to watch them play. And yes.
All right, well, that might lead us into our next question. Who's the best netballer you've seen on the Mornington Peninsula?
Oh, that's a big question.
That's a big question.
You can give a top 3 if you want.
Holly and Holly Hood definitely.
Yeah.
Who's lived on there. I think Adrian's really stepped up in the last since she's come back to Waves. Let me think who else.
Do you know what it is? You know what her secret is? This is what Laura told us. It's because she got a boyfriend and stopped going out and partying. So she applied herself more to her sport.
Oh, God. And about a third one, I don't know, because a lot of the players that are playing down here don't actually live down here.
Yeah.
And, that are, like I've named all the players. I think, look, I reckon Emma White's done very well too.
Yeah.
Really, really well. Yeah.
Some good names.
I'd rate her, yeah.
All right. Okay, this one's a bit more of a slower paced question.
Right.
Especially if you're going down to see Trish down at Swordfish Wine and Tappers Bar and you're having a few wines. Yes. Who is probably going to be the most naughtiest out of Wendy Windhager, Shelley Haynes or Wendy Hood?
Toss up.
easy.
Has to be hoodie. Has to be hoodie. She's the wildest.
She's the naughty one.
She's the naughty. She's
All
the
right.
naughty Wendy.
All right, smart answer. Smart answer, because you won't watch this.
Yeah.
All right, well, this probably goes along with your same as your best you've seen. Who's do you reckon the best you've coached?
The best
Or like
I've
is it
coached.
most easy to coach?
Look, it's really, really hard because a lot of times I've coached. Oh, I know. She played. Oh, I've got to stop and think now. She was in 2 years in my Northern Academy, and she was the wing defence for Vixens.
Wing defence.
And wing defence. Chloe, and Chloe's not playing for Vixens at present. Got married and had a baby. And so Chloe, I'd say for Vixens.
We listen better, us wing defences. We just we listen.
Yeah.
All right. Now, last question. All right. Netball Premiership or Archibald?
I'm looking for the netball premiership coming up.
I think she's given up on Archibald.
That's at your fingertips at the moment, possibly.
Yeah. The art is more of a...
it's a hobby now, more than anything.
4 exhibitions, but it's more about a passion and something that relaxes me.
Yeah, I agree. That's good. Right, well, speaking of Trish, thanks for coming. I only asked you, because it's so live Saturday morning, I only asked you Thursday afternoon when we sometimes might film. Late, can you come in, because I need somebody, and I couldn't have got 2 better people. Best off-court award from Trish at, down at at Swordfish.
Thank
you
you.
can get a wine and a pizza on her.
See you there,
so that's on
Yeah.
Trish. So
Trish's pizzas are great.
They're
Yeah.
Let me
I've
know
had
when
them.
you go down. I'll bring Gina down so she gets off her work.
yeah.
Come
That's a great
down
idea.
and have a wine. Thank you so much for coming in. Good luck
very
this
easy.
afternoon. No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow for us.
Good
Yes.
luck tomorrow. I do hope you win. Don't tell the Edie girls. Good luck to everybody else playing today and the others playing tomorrow. And thanks again. Hopefully we'll see you another week next week to keep going one, maybe 2 more further.
Yes, I'd like to.
Good luck. Go netball.